Want to help shape a brand new system? Then let me tell you about Legend Seeker and how you can support its development while getting some awesome perks. By subscribing to our Legendary tier on YouTube or becoming a paid member on our Discord, you'll get early access to all Legend Seeker lore and mechanics. This means you'll be among the first to dive into the world of Legend Seeker and give direct feedback that will help shape the game. But that's not all. Supporters will also be the first to playtest the system and will get exclusive invites to private streams where we discuss the game in detail. Your input will play a huge role in making Legend Seeker the best that it can be. Now, for those of you who love watching our tabletop role-playing game shows, supporting Legend Seeker comes with some fun bonuses for the casts. Here's how it works. If you're a Copper member on Discord, you can give a $20 benefit to a player of your choice. Silver members can give a $20 benefit to an entire cast of your choice. If you choose to go the YouTube route and subscribe to the Legendary tier, you can provide a $50 benefit to a cast of your choice. And for the ultimate support, Gold members on Discord give a $20 benefit to all casts across both Geeks and Gamers Tabletop and Moonskull. Every bit of support goes directly towards making Legend Seeker a reality. It helps fund the art, writing, editing, and eventual publishing of the game. So, if you want to be a part of this journey and support our shows, join our Legendary tier on YouTube or become a member on Discord. We couldn't do it without you, and we're excited to build Legend Seeker together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the game.
Hello everybody, I am Frost, and I have a very happy cat on my lap who's just like snuggled up, holding on to my hand, so I can't do anything else. I got one hand to work with. But welcome to Frost Written, where I'm working on the lore for Legend Seeker, Erudi's RPG, and today I'm going to be going over a few gaps in the document that I have where I haven't filled a few things out all the way. I haven't put a few headings in, and I'm getting close to having most of the entries, the main entries, filled out in the most skeletal form, which in some cases that skeletal form is 2 to 3 pages of text. So there's a lot more info that can go in here, a lot more fun juicy tidbits for the players and DMs, but yeah, we'll get into that in a bit. I've got to extricate my hand from Calvino land here. He's so happy. Okay, claws in the back of my hand. Oh, I don't know if you can see this right here. No, probably not, but he wanted my hand back. He just sleepily grabbed it and started pulling it back. No, you can't have it. I need that. Ah, there is a Calvino present. Calvino, would you like to say hello to everyone? What do you think? Yeah? You want to come up and say hi? Come here. I gotta shift my leg anyway, so I'm gonna move you. So here we go. We're gonna pick you up like a baby, because that's how you want to be picked up right now. He's giving me the pick me up like a baby look. Oh. So yes, there's a Calvino on my lap. He's a happy writer's assistant, aren't you? He's drooling, so he's very happy. You can see his little tail flipping around. Okay, he stopped right when I did that. Do you want to go back on my lap? Okay. He is the best writing assistant cat ever, and the worst writing assistant cat ever, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Want to go back down? All right, I'm gonna lay you down calmly and softly. Flarp. There he goes. He's just such a loaf of bread when he's tired like this. So there we go. There's the Calvino. All right, I'm gonna get going down here a little ways. I was doing a bit of cleanup. Oh, I just realized the document, since I closed my some of my stuff, the document got missized again. Let me fix that. Let me fix it. We'll pull. No, we don't want to pull that in. We'll pull this in ever so slightly on the one side. Give me my hand back, buddy. Okay, thank you. I'll pull it out here. I'll make it a little larger. I'll move it on over. The tricky thing is every time I resize the there we go, the area where I'm working, it resizes it in the window. And that I have to keep it at very specific ratios to keep all the blurring to not look even worse. I don't want you to summon an eldritch horror by accidentally reading something. He just wants to be a foot pillow. He slept at my feet the other night, and boy, was that uncomfortable for me, because my feet get hot at night and I have a fan, and he was just laying there like enjoying the fan blowing on him, and it just felt like I had a hot water bottle that was purring between my feet. I did not enjoy that. He thought it was great. All right. So I was, before I hopped on the stream here, working out some of the language in the intro to the Godlands here. And talking about the roll of years of how the First Kingdom started. How Agrium and Acadia and Thalasia and also the Azure Kingdom worked together, and how the roadways came about. All right, so I've gone down into that as far as I think I need to go. What I need to do now is go back. It's going to mess up the alignment of things briefly while I search here quickly, but then we'll put it back and it'll fix it. There we go. Oh no, what did Levistro say? You dug yourself into this. I didn't shovel it down your throat, but I still dug my own grave here, but you can't pickaxe and choose your friends. Oh, that was horrible. Horrible. Maybe in a good way, but it was really bad. It was really bad. Oh no. You do the opposite out of spite. Don't do it. Don't do it. Alright, I've got to pull up another page here. Thanks, Calvino. I need my hand back now. He is so sneaky. I didn't even notice that I was just sitting there like scratching his little tummy and his little his ruff here until like a minute after I started it, because he just pulls my hand back in while I'm trying to write. I was like, why can't I? Oh, that's why I can't type. He is Sneakmeister. All right. Okay, we're gonna look this up over here. I had a couple of sites, and I was watching some more architectural, not architectural, archaeology shows about early cultures in different places and how they did naming and got like some specific sounds that they used all the time. So I'm kind of looking for right now. So when I get down here to, I'm gonna put these back in. I think. Well, I guess here's a question. I think it would make more sense for a person who buys the book to have all these kingdoms and places and whatnot in an alphabetical order, rather than from the western side of the zone all the way to the east, or largest to smallest. I think the main places are going to be all alphabetical, and then tangential places will be in the secondary section underneath it. They will also be alphabetical. So I think that's going to be the easiest way for people to find them, because it's kind of a default mentality. So the chat with puns, mucking up the atmosphere. Oof, you're making it worse. Ooh, speaking of making it worse for you guys, I have a cup of coffee. Hi, Calvino. Oh my goodness. I shake this bottle up, and he's just immediately like, what are we doing? What are we doing? No, you're not getting hot sauce. You know you don't like hot sauce. You hate it. You love to smell it. Yeah, he loves to smell it, and then he just gets all, get away from me after he tastes it. All right, we're going to get this into our coffee. And I can't hold it up because I have a cat on my lap who won't let me have both of my hands all the time. He's got a hold of my elbow right now. Yes, okay, buddy. I get it. You want all the stuff that I have. Man, somehow I got hot sauce all over my fingers here. This is going to be great for later when I get it in my eyes. It won't be good. All right. I can at least show you me stirring it into the hot or the coffee. And look, the spoon did not melt. The spoon is still in one piece. There we go. Sippy ASMR with a wizard afterwards. It is. It's basically black coffee with hot sauce in it. Didn't melt yet. Oh, I didn't say yet. I avoided that word. You don't see the pile of melted spoons over there. Maybe a delayed reaction. Slightly. Okay, this is the Thalastes Crown Agrium. All right, so what we're going to do at the end of the Agrium thing here, we're going to do... Kelvin, you can't rest your... He's now using my left hand as a footrest, and when I move it, he's like kick, 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 trying to find it again. I mean, he's a big cat. He like lays across my lap, and one end is his head falling over, and the other end is his feet falling over. So I don't have the biggest lap in the world, but I'd like to see, you know, think it's a normal size for a cat. He's just big. He's no Maine Coon, but he's a big guy. All right, I'm putting a bunch of things together in here, which are suffixes and prefixes for place names. Because this will help me get a tone for the area, and then I can I can branch out from there into some other similar sounds. All right, so we're gonna do this. We'll throw that one in there, okay. Erudi has to kneel every time he's addressing Sebi. What are you talking about? The order is implied. All right, we've got bridge. Because a lot of these are named after place names. Or place names are named after features, like a ford, a bridge, a hill. I guess I should make this known that this is this word. Oh, get my paragraphs in the right order here. And what does this mean? What? I don't know if you guys heard that. He just woke up from a dream. He went, yeah, I can't let you have my hands, buddy. I'm sorry. I told you when you came in, you're going to have to support yourself and do your own placing. I'm not going to support your head. You may have footage of a kitten clinging to Frost's leg. You may have that. What did you think of Maximus there? Fantastic. He is the feral cat. You know, he's so feral. You can tell how feral he is. That just decided one day he was going to come out of the woods and meow at me a lot. And I put food out on the front porch, and now he just lives on the front porch and just hangs out. He has an uneasy truce with the other cats who come around. Because I haven't been able to get him to the vet to get him fixed because he will not go into a carrier. He's such a sweet cat when he's not being worried. He gets very worried when I put his food out on the front porch and then I walk past it to go to the front door. He spins around circles, runs around with me, bats me at the leg. Occasionally swipes at my leg like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Then I'm going in and then he's like, oh, I'm just going to eat then. And meanwhile, wild turkeys will come up on the porch and go right up to the gravity feeder I have out there and start pecking the cat food out of it. And he will sit up on the chair or the little cat house on the front porch and just sit there and go, row, row, row at them. I mean, they're 3 times his size, so maybe he's probably thinking it's not wise to attack them, but he won't go after them. So I'm evidently less frightening than a wild turkey. In his eyes, anyway. But yeah, he, when I was picking apples, he was just all over the place. And then when I went out to take garbage out right before the stream, because when I pick the apples off, some of the kind of not as good ones fall, and ones that I'm not going to use, I toss on the ground. And the deer love that tree. And so I walk out, and I go over to my garbage can, and I look over it, and about 15 feet away from me is just a deer, like, twitching its tail, like, eating apples. And all of a sudden, it just went. And it looked and saw me and ran right into the lower branches of the tree. Freaked itself out and then ran across the lawn out. I'm like, oh man, I hope it didn't run out into the big road out there. So I didn't hear any screeching of brakes, so I think it was probably okay. The deer eat all your apples. Deer ate your tomato plant, Crescent. No! And wild turkeys ripped your garden. No! Hey, as long as your fig tree was okay. Well, hello, Cal. How you doing? The glamorous life. Exactly. Well, somebody's got to take the garbage out because evidently the cats, I set the bag next to them. I just say, hey, your turn. And of course I come back and there's just garbage everywhere. It's weird. They don't quite understand the process. I don't know. I'll just keep trying. They'll get it eventually, right? Oh, thank you, Kel. You are awesome. Woo! And yes, Sleepy Calvino is sleepy on my lap. Buddy, I gotta lift you up again because you've already put my my leg to sleep. He's gonna be so mad when I do this. All right, bud. Oh, you are so boneless. Calvino the boneless. Buddy, why are you so boneless today? Oh my goodness, his purr just went off. He just started going. You okay? Yeah? You're just a happy boy, aren't you? Alright, you ready? He doesn't want me to put him down. He wants me to keep him here. Oh no! What have I done? I can't keep you here, buddy. I can't keep you here in my beard. No. No, now he just stuck his head into my beard and he's like, wants to live here. Oh no. Oh no. Come on, buddy. Okay, I gotta put you back down, right? Okay. Buddy. My favorite Calvino ever. I'll put you down here, though. There you go. Flarp. All right, so let's see. I was working on some suffixes here. I love the suffix of wick. Wick, wike, wick, however they use it, because they use it for cardinal directions, like Northwich, Southwick, Westwick, Eastwick. And they do things like trees. It usually means a lot of times a place that people dwell by or a thing people dwell by. It means a property of or the place of, like Ashwick, Saltwick, Butterwick. So it's a very generic term that I think I'm going to be using a bunch in this kingdom anyway. These puns are all lemons. Ooh. Wow. Name each tree after a G&G fella. Yes, exactly, Calvino sighting! It's like in Dune, worm sign. It's Calvino sign. You gotta let your leg fall to sleep without rhythm, or he'll come for you. Okay, so this is place of the, yeah. That was a really common one. What is worth? Another common suffix among Saxons that meant enclosure. Okay, we'll add that to the list of possibilities here. Oops, I better type it in right. See, one mistyped word there, and then I have a totally different suffix, which won't make any sense. Okay. So ton, tun, and ham. So enclosure, farmland, village. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I've already got ham there, and this. We'll go with enclosure on that word. We never got closure from the Saxons. We still don't know much about them. It was a messy breakup. All right. And I think there's Anglo-Saxon stuff of is it lie? I'm gonna have to look that one up. I think it meant forest. I think. Does it mean clearing? Well, we'll do clearing because I don't remember. All right, I'm looking for some history of county names. That's an interesting one. Oh, this is a document that's sideways. Okay, well that's a good one, except it's sideways. How do I rotate something in a web page here? Can I? Ah, here we go. There we go. Oh, it's a PDF. Okay. Old English words in place names and their meanings. Burr, fortified town. Borough. Okay. Okay. Burn, stream, fortified place, bury. Yep. Combe, small valley, small hut, house is a cot. Dun, hill. Yep. Knew that one. Let's see, so I don't make a mistake with how I'm organizing these. Lemon puns are unacceptable. Very nice. I'm not going to say it like the lemon guy from Adventure Time because I don't want Calvino to freak out and then try and run away, because then I'll be full of holes. Oh, okay. Steak or a stock or a stoke? Okay, so that means farm in this. I like how these don't even agree with one another, these different sites. That's always fun. Ing people, I guess. That makes sense. I like this. Nottingham was Snottingham, meaning the village of Snot's people. I'm assuming Snot was the guy. Place called Athelhampton was called Athelhelm's Tun, meaning Athelhelm's farm. Interesting. Before I clarify, I wasn't sure I got it. Yes, I did get it, Jensen. Oh, I got it. I got it. Sorry, Calvino. Was that angry little flower directed at me, Chrysanthemum? Well, Jensen, I think it might have been directed at everybody who's saying the words in the chat right now. Does anybody here have a favorite favorite town name in the world? Favorite river name? Favorite country? Favorite place? Some name that you're just like, yeah, I love that name. And do not tell me it's that Welsh village with the name that I'll never be able to pronounce. Somebody out there is going to do that. Yeah, I don't even remember. I know it has a couple L's in it. Somewhere, you know, like Welsh names do. Send a message here quickly. All right. A stock or a stoke? Oh no, I have a snoring cat on my hands now. Yeah, that's the one. There's an L in there. Look, 2 L's at the start. It fits. Is anyone a printer technician? Circus might be. But I don't think he's here. Yeah, just hit it until it learns its place and works again. Okay, Chrysanthemum, I'm starting to understand why you have tech issues. Same. Forward. Okay, this was a really useful page. I'm actually going to save this one off. Oops, that's not the right folder. Let's see, where are we putting this? Yeah, we'll put it in this folder. Ford, place where a river can be crossed, obviously. Oxford. Ancestor. Okay, this opens up a suit. Okay, I'm gonna bookmark this page too. This is a good one. Oh, interesting. Didn't know that one. With a shovel. If you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in, getting a chat delay, Levistro, oh, that sucks. That's a horrible name of a place. VJJ, yep. Wow, wow, that was just snotty. Exactly. It was bad. Okay. Burn, bury, Colm, Cot, Dunford, Ham, Holt, Hurst. Hurst is an interesting one. Lay or lay, clearing a wood. Port is a market town. Interesting. Town or tun or house or village. Now Worth is a fenced in land. Okay, that makes sense. What do we have here? Fun learning for students and teachers. I'm branching out and do some other parts of the world here too for other place names. Red instead of reading. Oxenford, Wool Farm. All right, later place names. I wonder if do they have some good Latin ones? Okay, but I just got kicked by a cat who's deciding he's having quite a dream. Any Wisconsin city with a Native American name you like Economawak, Lac de Flambeau, Mequon. Oh, you weren't live on the stream. You're fixed now. The village of Semper Fi. I didn't know there was a Semper Fi. If you hear snoring, I apologize. Maidenhead, Berkshire. Some of these places I can barely pronounce. Isica. Interesting. Aluana, Aluane, Amboyana, or Bana, and Deritum, Aquae Armentae. Ooh, interesting. Put that one over here once I want to see this. Interesting. Oh, I just realized I put this place name section under the wrong kingdom. I'm gonna cut that out of there and put it under the right one. Oops. All right, that will work. All right, this one is going to go up here. Okay, I'll highlight that though. That bold. Hello game. Hello. Caught game. Hello text. There we go. Put that down as an example. Okay. And we're going to step away from that article. Ericonium. Weston under Penyard. That's an interesting place name. Beneventa. That one's interesting. Belgic Opidium. Bovial. What is that place? Tilston. Oh, that totally changed its name. Wow, that's a vastly different name. Tristan stands on the site of the Roman town of Bovium, which was a staging post on the Roman road between the larger settlements of Victrix, modern-day Chester, and Vericonium, now Roxeter. Okay, a legionary fortress. All right, so that was what I wanted to get into next, talking about forts. Okay, Roman army advance. I'm going kind of not deep, but sort of surface level into some names of how the Romans did things in some of the far-flung parts of their empire. I'm just trying to find out if this was a common name for these, because this does not sound like a common name for a name. Deva Victrix derives from goddess, and the Roman fortress is named after the goddess of the river Dee. Ah. Okay, the British had the name for the river and they got it. Okay. Valeria Victrix were based on Deva. Okay. That's what I was going to say. Yes, Castrum or Castra, meaning fort or army camp. Yep. Okay, so Chester and Castor. Okay, that's what I want to write down. Oops, how did I type that right? He is passed out like he just ate 15 pounds of pasta. He's got the Thanksgiving post-turkey sleep right now, even though he hasn't had any turkey. Okay. Froste. Hello, R. Kelly. Sorry, I'm getting to you a little late. I got in the groove there. 7 minutes behind, you know. That kind of boomer. For some reason, the video slowly goes from live to 5 minutes behind. Oh, well, that's weird. 13th attempt to quit smoking these years is hard. Imagine trying to quit the puns. Oof. It's not a dirty place. Where else would you find Nan and Pop's town name? Souvenir shop. Wholesome as all. Puns are better than smoking? Oh, okay. Quitting is one of the hardest things to do. Good luck. Yes, exactly. Good luck. Embarrass is a small town. Well, I'll tell you, there's a town in Wisconsin called Spread Eagle. So. Hey, bud. Oh, my goodness. That was quite a noise. Yeah, you're going to fall off my lap if you're not careful here, bud. There's a thing called Too Comfortable. Yeah, look it up, Crescent. It's a town. There's also one called Partyville, but it's spelled P-A-R-D-E-E Ville. So. Yeah, buddy, I'm just trying to get this one burr off your stomach. You've got this huge burr sitting here just staring at me. There you go. It's in the garbage now. All right. Let's see. Which big and back. Yeah, I think Spread Eagle is... I want to say it's near Iron Mountain. Pretty far north. All right, I'm back to Roman fort names in other countries. Some of these names I can't even take seriously, but I know they were real names. Caramago. Castra Exploratorium. Roman fort associated substantial civil settlement now in the grounds of Netherby Hill, Cumbria. Okay. Kangas. Danum. Interesting one. Pop that one in there. Dubris dictim Duravaria. Durabrovis. I've heard of that one. Durabrovi. Yep. Duralevum. Abracum. Oh yeah, that's York. Prairie de Chine. Yep. Well, that's just the prairie of the dog, so nothing too crazy. Bubic. Bubic? Oh, there's a tavern and inn called Spread Eagle in Hanoverton, Ohio. Oh, you went to take a peek at PlayStation State of Play, not impressed? Oh, that's too bad. Alright, I want to see why this place is called this. It's called Lactodurum. I'm like, wait a second. Now it's called Towchester. Towchester. Iron Age finds one of the oldest inhabited settlements in the country. Hi, buddy. Yeah, it's time for a bath because I woke you up. I'm sorry. Okay, and surrounding Vicus. Oh, it used to have a town wall. Interesting. I was just wondering why it was called that. All right. I've got like 28. Okay, that's not Turkish at all. That's wrong. Okay, googly thing, you don't get it. Google Translate does not understand. I put in a Roman place name and it says Dutch. First it said Serbian, then it said Dutch, and it said Turkish at one point. Yeah, okay, Google Translate, you're not as good as the one in Star Trek. Don't even get me going. Oh, that's an interesting one for JJ. Okay then. All right, that's just a town name. All right, I've got a good name or good number of these, but I'm not getting the good prefixes and suffixes figured out here. Lindris. What is Lindinus? Landini, small town of the Roman province of Britannia. Today is known as Leicester. Okay. But weirdly enough, Londinium is pretty much still London. Okay. Luentium. I thought it was said Lupentium. I was like, okay. Are you just okay? You're just having a good old time having a bath. Needham. Neath. Okay. So we got some Chesters. We got the Aquae for places with baths, which we're going to be using along the caustic strand. We're going to do that. But there are going to be a few of those across the Godlands along certain parts of the coasts because the Agrium Empire was everywhere, and they stuck their names on a lot of things, and it's stuck. All right, buddy. Yep, you can keep bathing yourself. I'm just gonna switch my leg here. There you go. Go ahead. Keep bathing. Don't mind me. Just getting blood flow back in my leg. There's Bro on No. Bro and Shatton is a civil parish in Hope Valley in the High Peak district of Derbyshire, England. The two hamlets of Bro on No and Shatton. I'm probably pronouncing this all wrong. It's on the River No. N-O-E. Novio Magus Reginorum. Very little of which survives above ground. Okay. Altravates. Okay. Wow. Levistro. Turkey is just meat. Nice. Dutch is a made-up mix from English and German, which doesn't make sense. Like a secret kid's language. Okay. Portus. Alright, this is a good list, but okay, Bosham Harbor. So it looks like mostly they're actually using. Okay, we'll do that. I wonder if they're using it as a prefix and a suffix, though. Here's the question I have. Here is a question I have. I think they're using it as a prefix. We'll put them in here. So I'm obviously not going to be using Latin, but I'm looking at the flow of how they use a word. And they went back and forth. Sometimes they would put like Portus first, like Portus Magnus, and then they'd use other ones that are something Portus, and they would switch it back and forth. I'm sure they had reasons for it, but I'm just going to be using the same idea. Like they use a cognomen or a pre-word or a prefix or a I guess, an appellation of the place. Probably keep it like the first word. Now that one has a really cool name that I'm not even sure how to pronounce. That. Here is the name of the Roman town that I found. And that's the Roman name for the town that became Leicester. It's a Latinate form of the Brittonic word for ramparts, or the Gaelic rath, suggesting the site was an Iron Age oppidum. It's kind of cool. And I believe oppidums are just those big hill forts. So I think it's a Latin word that means fort or fortified town. Yeah, I think so. Which will be cool. Gotta spell it right though, otherwise I'll be kind of confused later. Okay. Rat equals rat equals Erudi. Wait a second. Wait a moment. You're bringing everything back to him. You're doing it. All right. So here was this place. Rutunium. Rutupae. Salinhaya. Let's see what this means. Appearances. Okay. Back to Portius. Maglona. Oh, information on that. Magnus. Known as Magni Dubinorum, to distinguish it from the Magni of the Carvetti on Hadrian's Wall in northern Britain. The Romano-British town and important market center of the British Dubuni tribe. Kenchester. Herefordshire. Novio Magnus Cantiacorum. Olicana. Othona. Petriana. Alright, this one I want to see, because I believe this is a bridge. Yep. Wouldn't be surprised if some of those towns named were insert name here, Town 36, Bob, or even worse, Mort. Oh, no. No. No, we can't do a Wakanda town. We'll get sued. Okay, visited in Britain in 122, first saw the need for a frontier wall. This is a fort and Roman settlement at the original eastern end of Hadrian's Wall, where Newcastle now stands. The fort was thought to have been 1.5 acres, small by Roman standards. All right, we're going to open this one up. Boop. Okay, this brings me to an important thought that I just realized I should probably put down, because I have this note. The idea of... Oops. I just screwed that up. Calvino, you just put your foot on the... You just put his foot on the keyboard. Thanks for helping. You're helping. He's like, I'm helping. What do you call these? How do you know when Frost said Newcastle was finally able to resist a pun about Oldcastle? Yay! But you didn't, because you kind of said it. Ah, nose bop. Boop. I like it. Hi, how you doing down there? You comfy? It seems super comfy. I wish I felt that comfortable ever. He looks at me with no guilt in his eyes whatsoever, just like. Let's see. Still okay. All right, we're gonna save that. Okay. All right, so that helps. At some point, I'm going to have to move you off my lap, buddy, because you're comfy, but you're putting my leg to sleep like something fierce today. It's pretty amazing. He just goes, "Meh." All right, I don't have any more names. Talk about the kingdoms. I don't think there's any more good names in here. All right, but I do have a... Oh yeah, Sutton Hoo. Okay. Wessex, Sussex, Kent. Okay. That's all very interesting historical data. So what I'm writing about right now are the idea of the mile forts. So everywhere along, like Hadrian's Wall, but this is just going to be situated along the coastal roads and other places where to keep trade flowing, but also up north to keep the orcs contained in the mountain passes. Okay. I have more notes on those. Buddy, you were just so happily snuggled down. It's amazing. You wish your cat would sit on your lap? No, she sleeps on my legs when my feet are on the coffee table watching these streams. She's literally walking on them now, or when I go to sleep, she doesn't try. Well, some cats, you know. Some cats. I'm going to be tickling your little feet here because I can't really explain how he's sitting, but I have my left leg with my foot on the floor. I have my left leg lifted up and crossed over it. So I've got, my lap is large. He's laying on it, spread out with his head over here. His rump is over on my left leg, but his feet are stretched all the way up, so they're laying on my desk, partially on the keyboard. And he's curled up like this. So he's kind of curled on himself with his legs sticking out like a mile away onto my keyboard. Just, oh man. Cats are so liquid. So liquidy. All right, we're gonna move this up actually. We're gonna move it to here. Now that I think about it, this shouldn't be here. This should be down here somewhere. There's the Dwarven Nation. There's Solonor. Soul Spires. Place about the Halflings, the Orc tribes. That's the Black Moon tribe. The Fallen Elves. Notable landmarks. All right, we're gonna put this under. We're gonna put this under notable landmarks. It's not. Wait a second. I just thought of something. I'm going to go all the way to the top of the document here because I think this should actually go into the section on the roadways. Now that I think about it, because it's something that's everywhere along in the Godlands. Because they're all along the ancient Agrian coastal roads and along the bottlenecks used to stymie the Orcish advance. These small forts were set up every mile or so. I'll go into some more specifics. I'll leave myself a note. Okay. Back here. Yep, they're whatever form of matter they want to be at any given point. Yeah, you heard him when he was just shifting himself and stretching. He did the stretchy cat pose. Buddy, yep. I can't move away from the desk just to please you. I got to be somewhat close to my keyboard. He loves laying with his head over the edge of my leg like this, and then he does the Superman cat thing off the side if he can get himself positioned right. But I have to be close to my desk where my leg is, so there's not enough room for his head, so his ears touch the desk and it annoys him, and he does a twitchy ear all the time. Ah, buddy. You're a barrel of laughs, dude. And you're so much trouble. So much trouble. Alright, so we're going to get the place name thing going for this one. Where did I put the Agrium one? It is here. We're going to get that going for Fryland. Going to find the end of it here. Alright, so go with this is more of the Saxon ones. I'm going to look up some Germanic ones. Germanic toponymy. What is this interesting? Magna Germania. There we go. Mare Germanicum. Mare Balticum. Okay. Imperium Romanum. Okay, so they don't really have any other things. Okay, that's a really unuseful site. Okay, we'll just close that one down. All right, Proto-Germanic. All right, this is great. Okay, we got a whole bunch of good root words here that are going to be great. Fantastic. Pork chops on my cast iron pan. Love cast iron better than any nonstick. Yeah. Jensen, I have my gosh, what is it called? Now I gotta go look because my brain is stuck in place names. It is I put the name in here. Is it? Nope, that's not it. Where is it? Where did I had the name sitting down here specific. It's a specific thing. It's a specific kind of pan that I bought. Oh my gosh. Is it carbon steel? Is that what it was? I have to find it here. Yeah. It's my carbon steel skillets. Because they are lighter than cast iron. And I think these are the ones that heat up a little faster. They don't hold the heat as long. Hi, what's up? What do you need? Okay, hi, Ralph. Okay. Come here. Come here. I'll give you a snuggle. You need a snuggle? You need a snuggle? Okay. He needs a snuggle. I gotta snuggle him for a second. But yeah, my carbon steel pans, I love those things. I mean, I also have a lot of aluminum, just like the pans that you buy at a restaurant supply store, the kind that chefs use. I buy those because they're relatively cheap. They're pretty much non-stick. You can just beat the hell out of them. And they're light, and they go right from the oven to the stove top because they've got no handle covers or anything on them. I love those things too. Oh no, Calvino, you've made somebody else's cat meow. Levistra's cat is going meow. One of my producers at work, when I have my one-on-one with her, her cat will hear my voice and come running over and hang out with her. Won't look at the camera, won't do anything, will just snuggle with her. For whatever reason, it only happens when I'm on the meeting. So for whatever reason, that cat just looks the sound of my voice and comes over and snuggles with her, because she never comes and sits on her lap and snuggles with her unless I get on a call. So I drag the cats to me, and then my cats make other cats meow. Great. It's perfect. All right, let's get these other Germanic things. All right, so English and Scots. So this is very close to, this is a good place name suffix. It's Bachbeck. Beck. Bachbeck, Besk, Beck. Brook, Beck, Beach, Brook. North Low German. Interesting. And that just means creek. There's a lot of words for that. Oh my gosh, it's Bach, Beck, Batch, Brook, Brook, Beck, Beach, Brook, Beck, Harbrook, Embrook, Farbrook, Walbrook, Marshbrook, Fullerbrook. So it's used all over. Scotland, England, in Dutch. I like it. It's beak in Dutch and Afrikaans. Beck, Brook, Brock, Bach, Beck, with a couple of K's. Holbeck. Loans or remnants in non-Germanic languages, mainly in Old Northern French. Okay, I'm going to throw that one in there too, because that one's a cool one. Bix. B-I-I-X. That's a cool one. Okay, what else we got here? What else we got? Berga. It's hill or mountain. Burger, Bergen, Berg, Barg, Berg, Berge, Bergu, Bark. That's kind of a fun one. Cheap wok you can abuse a lot. They're great. Yes, I have a wok and I have abused it. I have made many a meal in that thing and beaten it up, smashing it around. It's lasted forever. It hasn't really gone bad yet. Haven't gotten any rust or any big scratches or anything in it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu. You still have your wok from Korea. Oh, nice, Dave. So, did you say that you can attest to the fact that game developers are evil? Did you just say, I know one? Evil, horrible person. When it has an X at the end, it's probably ignored. Yeah, I think it's by. Hamburger comes from Hamburg, Germany, and no, that's not a pun, yet people say it's an American food. Yeah, it's just because we make it really well, or it's ubiquitous here. And to quote Cousin Eddie, I don't know why they call it Hamburger Helper, Clark. It does just fine all on its own. Brig Brook. Put that one in the fridge. In case you didn't notice, Dave, we're going over the idea of suffixes and prefixes for place names for different parts of the Godlands. You stay out of their chat. It is danger. Hey, I have to admit, in Germany, one of the things that I found when I was there that I didn't know existed was curry ketchup. And I've been addicted to it ever since. If I can get curry ketchup anywhere, especially the German brand that starts with an H, which I always forget, I think it's an H, I get it. If not, I can try and make it myself, or I buy another brand. And I was there when I went to Germany. I went to Dusseldorf and Neuss in the spring, and it was sparkle season, evidently. Everywhere I went that I got food, it had sparkle and a regional beer. All right there, bud. What's going on? Oh, was my shirt? Did my shirt touch you and it made you oh so dirty, so you had to clean yourself? Okay, got it. I don't know. Sausages are just the worst. It's made with real Hamburg. Oh no. Yeah, curry ketchup. I absolutely just love curry ketchup. I don't know. Oh yeah. It was really good because that's the first time I ever had bleached, white asparagus where they cover it up and keep it from getting green. It's the first time I ever had it, and I really liked it. Like I didn't think it would taste a whole lot different, but it did have a different taste. Yes, Chrysanth. What? Is it because I touched the cat and made him move, or are you talking about curry ketchup? What are we doing here? What did I do? Is it because I talked about the real Hamburg? I don't know. I did so many things just now. Yeah. It was, yeah. Hey, I'm just saying, I didn't say the sausage pun. Levistro typed it. I just read it out loud. I can't be held responsible for things the dragon says. I'm so saucy. Exactly, that's it. You remember going home for R&R during deployment? We stopped in Germany and I wanted real German chocolate. I ate them on the flight to the States. I was drunk when we landed in uniform. Oof. Don't do that. Don't do it. Hi, buddy. I gotta move you over here. Calvino, you're gonna be perfectly, clean. Oh, I'm sorry. I committed the cardinal sin. He just got done bathing his left side and was moving on to his paw, and I touched him and petted him, and he just immediately was like, gotta go back and fix it. Gotta put my spit on myself, because otherwise I'm not clean. Yes, I'm picking on your cat hygiene habits. We'll go with fort. Yeah. What do we got? Feld. A plain or open field. Because the kingdom of Freiland is kind of half like Anglo-Saxon, half Old Germanic. The horsemen and the woodsmen who hold this place now that the Empire of Agrim kind of abandoned them after it conquered them. Well, not really conquered them, but brought them all together a long time ago. And they're going to have a lot of these similar sounds here. Ferdy, Fordu, Fort, Vort, Vord, Ford, Fort, Ford, Fjord, Fort, Forth. I may have told people this before when I was visiting Neuss in Dusseldorf. The last day I got out of my hotel and I miscalculated how long I had to get to the, how long until I had till my flight. So I checked out and I didn't have to be to the airport for another 5.5 hours or 6 hours, something like that. I was like, oh, wait, no, I looked at the wrong time. I looked at the time I was going to be landing in another place. And so I checked out. I'm like, oh, I don't want to go back in. I only have my one little carry-on, my little backpack. I'm like, I'll just go over, and I sat on the, because I was right across, I was on the Rhine, I believe, yeah, I think it was on the Rhine. And I went down there where it was, big green space area, people out on their little boats and having little picnics and stuff. And I just sat down and I was just reading. And this lady came over and she just asked me in, accented English, she said, are you waiting for someone? I was like, no, I have a flight. And I was too early. And she's like, have you eaten? I said, no, I haven't eaten yet, but I'll eat something at the airport. And she said, no, you're going to come eat with us. And they had this massive family gathering going on there. And nobody else said a word to me except one other lady said hi. This lady just walked me over there, got me a whole bunch of food, told me what the stuff was, told me to sit down and eat. It was nice. People were, smiling and nice and everything. Nobody said a word to me. They just went on with their whole happy picnic. And when I got done, I thanked her. I said, I'm going to go back and read. She says, good, at least you'll be full. And I went back and sat down on the bench and waited for another hour while they wrapped up and stuff. And I'm like, I better get going to the airport. And I was like, it was really nice, but it was really strange. It was very fun. It did remind me of some of my my in-laws on my mom's side because they were always making sure we had food. Always with the food. They were very nice people. What? What? Why are you growling? Oh, that wasn't a growl. That was a happy. I was like, that's weird. I never heard him growl before. He wasn't growling. Okay, Halma homestead dwelling. Really? Well, that's an interesting one. I guess it depends on what word the place name before this ends on, which is what it determines which suffix it uses. Ham, heim. There we go. Okay, we'll put that one down as homestead or dwelling. Probably needed some protection from her family. I don't know. If Chrysanth saw me on a bench by myself, she probably would be just standing there with the shovel, making sure that I stayed there. They're behaving because I brought... Yeah, there we go. She totally defended herself by having somebody else there, so they had to behave. There you go. Germans and German-related Amish are very hospitable. Never got lucky to be stationed in Germany. Yeah. Yeah, I just went there on a whim to go... Got to go to Cologne, Dusseldorf, Neuss. There was a nice little bakery in Neuss that I'd go to in the morning, and it had ducks that would come up to it, and you could throw them bread. And one day it was raining really hard. Even the ducks were taking shelter under the picnic table outside the place under a what do you call it? Umbrella. What? Hi. What's up, Kelvina? What do you need? What? Do you need hands? Do you need petting? He's staring at me and just doing this. His head's falling back, going to sleep. A happy boy. All right. Hoofa. Hof. Hoven. Hoft. Enclosed garden. Okay. What? You need my hand? Now you need my hands? Okay, I'll pet you some more. Let's see. Hulma's home. Okay, I've already got home. I thought I already had home up here. Oh, no, I don't. I have home. Okay, we'll go with home. Let's put this here. Home. It's interesting. Home and Holmer. It's almost always home. That's elevation. Whoops. And island. Okay, we'll do that. Boom. West Germanic. Kyriaka from Greek Kyriakon, Lord's Assembly. From Dunkirk. Kirk Church. Creek in Northern French. Alright, we got land, which is land, ground, or soil. Weird! Rota. Rade. Road. Ray. Road. Wow, that one's seen a lot of change inside that one language. Roid. Wreath. Roid. I don't know how to pronounce that symbol. Alright, we're going to do this one as... We'll take Wrath, and we'll take Rud. Because Rota... Well, Rota would be cool. And... I think we'll put down... Rod. I think we'll do Rod. And that is all suffixes for clearing. Clearing. Some of these sites have been just a gold mine of stuff. I love it. Stein, stone. Okay, that one makes sense. I'll just put that one in there because it seems Seems important. We'll go with, yeah. Hey, buddy. Such a happy kitty cat. Let's see. Ducks are great, feeding and eating. Yeah. Rub them with some salt. Cut to the joint so it doesn't dry out at the legs. Yeah, we used to raise ducks. We didn't get to eat them very often because we didn't have a lot of them, but we mostly had them for the eggs. Duck eggs are really good. Levistro, I went when I was 18. I wanted to see Neuschwanstein Castle and Black Forest. Yeah, I didn't see either of those. Literally saved up for the whole high school years. Didn't have enough after to take the English Channel train so I could see Aberdeen and Castle Drummond, Scotland. Oh. It's pretty neat. You should take the trip. I was told it was the inspiration of the Disney Castle, Hogwarts Castle, and many fantasy castles movies. I got to see Edinburgh Castle because I got to go to Scotland for a work event back in 2000 when we were doing the European press tour for our games, Star Trek Elite Force, and also for I think it was, what were we doing? I think we were doing Soldier of Fortune at that time, and one of our producers and I were the people who were chosen to go, and I got to demo the game, the Star Trek game, to the European press. So we were set up in a room in a castle in Scotland. I don't remember what castle it was now. I'd have to go research it again. But we were put up right downtown in Edinburgh, not too far away from the Grass Market and the Last Drop and everything. Went out to the castle every day. The people spent like thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds every night at the bar because it was an open bar for, you know, hanging out with the press. And so all of our California people who basically partied for their job would spend so much money. It's like 3,000 to 5,000 pounds a night for the dang bar. It was astounding. They had to bring in more alcohol at one point to a Scottish bar. It was crazy. But a lot of those people got in a lot of trouble because they kept missing the bus to the castle and then chartered taxis, which was like 15 times more expensive. And they tried to expense it after spending that much stuff and getting drunk the night before and not waking up on time. But if it tells you anything about the culture of game development back then, when we arrived, we were given a little lunchbox that had the event name on it. It was Activate 00 because it was for 2000. You open it up, it had sunglasses, Pepto-Bismol, sodium bicarbonate, a sleep mask, I think it had aspirin, and a few other things like that. It was pretty much all stuff to deal with a hangover. That was their emergency kit. Like, So I spent most of my time when I wasn't doing that just wandering around Edinburgh. That's where I ended up down in the train yards at one point until one guy who worked there with a big vest on, he's like, "You don't want to be down in here." It's like, there are a lot of bad people who hang out down in here when the trains aren't running. It's like, oh, all right. That's where I had my first bottle of Iron Brew, however you pronounce it. It was a good time. Okay, Arpa and Truff. Truff sounds too big. Dorp sounds dorpy. Thurpa is a farm, but that sounds weird. We're gonna go with Dorf. It says the most famous one, the most insane fairy tale Kaiser. Interesting how certain languages just smash root words together to identify new concepts. Oh, just going through this, it's pretty interesting looking how across all these languages, because it's going from Middle German, Old German, to Dutch and Afrikaans into Old French, and how the suffixes and prefixes have gone through all these languages and how they work out. It's like, okay. Hey, bud. You're a happy, happy cat. I can tell. You are purring like a madman. Okay, Vicus is Vicus, yep. Okay. Week. What else we put it? We could put it with week or wike. Yeah, we'll leave that one alone. We'll do wig. And that one, right from Latin, is just village. The vicus. Etymology. Yeah, I took some really good classes in college during my classics years, and it was literally just the root words from Greek and Latin and how they influenced everything. And so you look at a word and you're like, oh, it's got un, in, an, by, whatever, and you're like, oh, I know half of what this word means already because I know these root words. And if you don't know it, you can figure it out pretty quickly. Wold. Okay, that's the other one I was looking for. Was there another? It was walled. Yeah, there we go. I have a huge list of these things now. Oh, he got tired out. He literally went from licking his paws to Superman cat flopped Salvador Dali style over my leg. Yeah, I'm talking about you. He's just like, huh? And this one is, oh, interesting. Walhaz, stranger, non-Germanic person. Germanic Val became Gaul in Gaelic via Old English, Galloway, Gaul. I didn't know that one. Stranger. Huh. Oh, those crazy people back then. Iberia was occupied by the Visigothic kingdoms from 5th to 8th century. What's up? Hi, what you need? You want to come over here? You're hopping down? Okay. See ya. I guess he decided that he'd had enough. Hi, buddy. Do you need anything before you wander off and go live somewhere else? Nope. I can't move forward right now because he decided he's going to sit down here and stretch, which means his tail is laying right in front of the wheels of my chair. Thanks, bud. Yeah, you can go find a couch or something. Dork. All right, so I have a huge list of place name prefixes and suffixes now to use to work on all these things. I'm still trying to find out some good words for rivers and things, because one of the things that it's so common, and people will say, oh, that's so boring, it's so stupid, the Blue River, the blah, blah, blah. Like, people called lots of things like literally the river. And then the word for the river became the name of it, and people are like, oh, it's got such a cool river. It's like, or a cool name. It's like, it means the river. The Blue River, the Purple River, the Orange River. What was that all about? Okay, he just walked the weirdest way he could over all kinds of stuff just to get through. He's being a dork. All right, but anyway, I'm not going to concern myself too much with feeling completely original on everything, because if I don't have some things that are specific color or topographic type names on things, it's going to feel a little extra made up, because people tend to do that. Like I said earlier, people are like, oh, Prairie du Chien. It's Prairie of the Dog, because prairie dogs. There you go. Exactly. Bye, Calvino. Calivno would have been interesting. Yeah, Latin languages versus Germanic languages do some strange things. I never studied any Eastern languages either, honestly. The most Eastern thing that I ever, kind of studied because I was hanging around with my friend was when she was doing Russian. And I don't know a lot of, I don't know the whole Cyrillic alphabet. I can make out Russian words if I look at them. I'm like, it means this. Which people are just astounded at work. Like, it's not that big a deal. You look at the Cyrillic letters and you're like, advocat. That's a lawyer because they're an advocate. Wait, what? I did a pun in French? No, I didn't. What did I do? It's the name of the place. Exactly. Eau Claire. Not original if you speak French. Exactly. All right. Because I think Eau Claire is like well, it's French, but it's Chippewa Nation? I don't remember. I think it means just clean water, clear water, something like that. So yeah, it's not that surprising. Yeah, she might not have noticed, which is good. I'm still alive. I live. Oh, I hear him pawing at the door. All right, I'm going to be right back, everyone. Don't mind me. You're going to see an empty chair for a second. I'll be right back. The French have no clear water. Do they have still water, or is it sparkling? You need to go out, buddy. I hear you pounding at the door. All right, here we go. Come on, I'll let you out. Go on. Hi. All right. I've returned from wrangling cats. They do, just not in Paris. Ask the Olympic open water swimmers. Hey! The next thing I'm looking at for things is Proto-Norse languages. But it's really hard to find a good, a list of things. Because I want to see if I can borrow a couple of words from it. All right, so Kirby Church Farm, okay. Grima. Oh, interesting. Brook, Lothber's Plot, Suffolk, Lowestoft. That's interesting. That doesn't sound at all the same to me. Sutberg, Sadberge, that one sounds the same. Scarthy's Fort, Scarborough. Seaside town in the district and county of North Yorkshire. Scarborough, the fourth largest settlement in the country. Huh. Scarthyborg. Didn't know that one. To be fair, the French weren't known for being that's where Cologne came from. Eau de Cologne, water from Cologne, huh? I love the Roman Museum in Cologne. Was really cool. I mean, the church there was amazing, but I really liked the little Roman museum that was right by. That was really cool. It's also where I found a, or my friend found, one of us found a an American steakhouse there. It was literally labeled as an American hamburger or steakhouse place, and it had like a jukebox and like things that were supposed to look very American in there. It was kind of fun. They had really good food. It wasn't specifically stereotypically American, but it was, you know, their take on it. And they thought it was really cool that we were Americans in there. Also found some really cool antique stores we went to there. It was fun. Didn't buy anything because I didn't want to ship anything back to Germany or to America from Germany. All right, so I've got all these things. I'm going to save that so I don't forget it. Oops, I don't want to. Nope, I'm not saving the web page. I'm saving this document. There we go. Yeah, it's interesting, all the places. And when I was in Scotland, there was a place right around the corner from the restaurant. It was a hole in the wall. It had 4 tables. It was an Italian restaurant in Scotland, in Edinburgh. And it had ketchup on the table in bowls. It wasn't bottles of ketchup. It was just bowls of ketchup with a spoon in it. And pasta and tomato sauce and meatballs. And I think I still have the flyer somewhere. It was all you can eat pasta. And it was just this little hole in the wall where they made pasta with sauce, and you could just eat as much as you wanted. But my compatriot who was with me was not an adventurous sort, and he saw that there was a Pizza Hut, and we went to it. That was weird because the pizza looked exactly the same as a normal Pizza Hut. Most of it tasted the same, but the meat tasted like sawdust. The sausage, whatever it was that they did with the meat there, it was like, this doesn't even taste like meat. It was so strange. But that was where I first had haggis. And almost everyone from the all the people who love drinking and who were, you know, doing like this kind of thing to the waitresses, they just hold out their wine glass like, just fill my glass up, servant, were just jerks and asses to everybody over there. My friends and I, being from the Midwest, we were all like, hey, could we get some more of this, please? That'd be wonderful. And the servers and everybody, they loved us. The girls would always bring us food first on all the meals. They would bring us everything whenever we wanted it, just to spite the other people, and because we were nice to them. They had haggis one night, and they did the whole haggis ceremony and everything because we were in Scotland, and did the whole poem. And they did traditionally cut the sheep's stomach up and open it up, and it was all the gray stuff out of it. But they served that. They also served a fancy kitchen-made version that's like little squares of it cut out of a pan with potatoes on top that had been, you know, broiled. So they had a little crispness to them on top. And I loved it. I thought it was really good. I was like, wow, this is very peppery. I love it. It's peppery. It's really good. It's earthy. It tastes like something hearty. I tried the gray version, and it was like, it looks gross, but it tastes okay. But almost nobody would eat it except me and a few other people. I'm like, oh, like, give me your share. I mean, we also were bigger than most of the people who in the group because we were Midwest, and they were all from California, and they were all like 5'5". We're like 6'2". At that point, I was like 240 pounds. And we're just standing off to the side, and one of the servers is like, are you guys allowed to have drinks? And we're like, yeah? What? She's like, oh, I was going to ask if you needed a drink order put in. We thought you guys were security. Because we're wearing just black shirts standing against the wall while hanging out and not participating in all the chicanery and the main parts of it. And they just were like, oh. It was hilarious. That was also the trip where in the Detroit airport, I explained to my friend who was out smoking, because he smoked and I didn't. I hung out with him, that the lady who came up and asked for a light and then was just talking about her trip and how they had a place, and if he wanted to come, if we could come and have a party, it'd be kind of fun because they had a night to spend. He's like, man, I wish we had time. This sounds like fun. We could go party with them. I'm like, Ken, they're prostitutes. you just think they're gonna wander out up to you and just want to have a party. Like, they're like, you're such a gentleman, and and fawning over him. I'm like, okay, bud. It was good times, good times. Yeah, being nice actually gets you things because you don't expect things. Kind of fun. My dad was mistaken for the author Clive Cussler's security because he just stood there in a dark shirt. Nice. It's Europe. Yeah. There was a lady there, one of the female journalists, who was talking to me all the time. And she was like, oh, that's very cool. That's very cool. She's very nice. She's very pleasant. She's like, you need to come out with all of our people, because she was talking about all the other journalists with her. And she's like, I hate them all because they're all French men. They don't know how to be nice to anyone. And she was just chatting and talking. And I just got done chatting with people like the day before about how clueless my friend was about the prostitutes and stuff. And we're sitting there eating one night. And she's just like, she's French, so she's really handsy. She's like touching your shoulders, touching your knees, chatting, blah, 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 blah. We get done with the thing, and one of the guys is like, ha! I see you couldn't seal the deal. I'm like, I gave all the interviews. What? I don't understand. I gave all the interviews. He's like, ha! You couldn't. And it was basically, he was making fun of me because I didn't end up getting together with this girl. And I'm like, the journalist? I evidently missed out on signals or something. I'm like, well, I was dating somebody at the point, so I'm like, I wouldn't have done that anyway, even if I had had a clue. Oh well. We men, we're so clueless. We just don't get it. Go. Oh, I suppose I should look into the time we got. Oh, we got 10 minutes left. We're good. Found some interesting things in an Italian pawn shop from the 1940s. If you pick up what I'm laying down. If you pick up what I'm laying down. They don't want pay. Oh, all right then. Oh, World War II memorabilia. Not the kind you can find here. Aha! Yeah, there you go. And it was at that point she stole his wallet. Hey, I found and I have it somewhere here, I found two really cool things in my family's, I gotta make a note here. Sorry, I'm still writing over here in this other document. I found two things in my family's, my great uncles and my grandfather's belongings. And I think some of it was my uncle's stuff too when they were little kids. Because, you know, my mom was born in like 1941, so that means my grandpa was born in 1918, I think, something like that, 1916. It was either it was during World War I or right after World War I don't remember. But I found a keychain that was from World War II, and it said, was it Mary or Michael? I think it said Michael preserve us or Mary preserve us, and it was like, it said something about the holy, or something about the bomb or whatever, but it was Mary with her hands out, or it was Peter, I can't remember, with her hands out, like a rosary, like a little shape. In the background was a mushroom cloud, and it was basically a little chain to, you know, basically say prayers to protect everybody from the nuclear war that was coming, which I thought was just amazing, and I got to keep that. But I also found it was a little coin. It was a little stamped coin about this big that had two little holes in it, and you would thread it through the bottom shoelace on your shoe. It was like a Cub Scout thing or something like that. And it had a good luck symbol on it, but it was the sun symbol, which the Nazis took and made the swastika. So it was a good luck charm. It had a 4-leaf clover on one side. It had that on the other. And it said like Cub Scouts or something like that on it. It's like, okay. I really wish I remembered what box I had that in down here. I'd love to dig that out again, but I'll probably never find it. It was Italian, not German stuff. Okay. It gave me luck so far. Exactly. Yeah, when we haven't had a nuclear war. So, cheers to that. All right, I just found another site while we're looking here, or I was doing this with some other good root words. Most of them are already on this other site, but yeah, there are a few that aren't. Ha! Old Norse, Fiskergarder. I don't know if it's Fiskergarder. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's fish yard. It's a place called Fishguard in Wales. Stockholm, Island of the Sound. Swansea, Sviens Island. All right. The Franks' West Germanic language. Ashtree, Asquith, Ashet. Asket, Akyet. Achet le Grand. Okay. Part of Calais. Zoom wall. Oh wait, what is that? What does that mean? That sounds really. I should know that. I should know what that means. I don't know off the top of my head. Is that like yay or hooray? Something like that? Chrysant has no idea. I want to... I've heard someone say it before, and I'm trying to remember the context. I want to say it had something to do with drinking. Ah, to your health. That's okay. It was. There we go. To your health. Nice. So, the thing I want to do is I want to come up with these kind of languages so it's going to feel somewhat natural when people read a city name in this companion to the books that Erudi is working on. And they can say, oh, that's obviously an ancient Agrian city that didn't have its name changed. Or this is a city in Freiland that kept its name all the way through because, you know, they became part of Agria, but they didn't give up all their place names. And only the newer stuff was named until Agria fell out of favor and then left. So people should be able to get that kind of stuff through their head and really feel like they have a sense of place. So you won't see like one of these cities over in, you know, the Azure Desert. They have their own naming scheme. But the Agrian Empire took around, like, held a lot of the Godlands coast under its control. So, that's my hope. We'll see if we get there. I hope we do. I hope. Okay. All right. That's pretty good. That's a good list. That's this entire thing, all the way down here, all the way into this section, plus the two sections I have above. All of this is literally information on place names and suffixes and prefixes for all kinds of different features. That'll be fun. The Kingdom of Mortalia has a nice ring. You, Gino, stop. No. It's bad enough that we're going to have Mort in the game anyway. Bad enough. Though I think he'll be a good character because he's not going to be the traditional Mort. He's going to be the Dread Pirate Roberts type of a Mort. Exactly. Shovel him. All right. So I'm going to start wrapping up here. I'm Frost. This has been Frost Written, where today we were just mostly going down the rabbit hole of naming conventions in Erudia, but specifically in the Godlands area, working on the lore and the naming of all these wonderful places that I've come up with. And we'll be doing this again on Thursday. I may have some of these a little more ironed out, and I may be going on to some deeper looks at a few of the areas that I really haven't fleshed out as much, to try and get those really filled in. But yeah, I'll be back here Thursday, 5 to 7 for the same thing. You can also find me some of these nights playing games with the gang, games with JT, games by myself. I did a lunchtime stream of a little diorama builder game. You can find me Sundays for Rifts. You will find me on Mondays for when we premiere the next episode of Fear of Ages Past, the One Ring campaign run by Moss. Monday nights, you can find me on Moonskull again for Cthulhu. And that's pretty much it at the moment. I don't have a whole lot of free time as it is. The rest of the time, I'm just writing and working and dealing with Calvino and all his brothers and sisters. And picking apples and dealing with wild turkeys and deer. Yep. I'm a wizard out in the woods, you can tell. So anyway, that's that. I am going to get the heck out of here. I am going to end the stream, and I will talk to you all, soon. Thank you for coming by. Please leave a comment and a like. I know it sucks a little bit to stay around for the extra minute or so, but please leave a comment. Comment on anything you want, make it a little sentence, make it a little more than one word, because a longer comment is more likely to stay and not get flagged as spam by the algorithm. So please, thumbs up, likes, replies, comments, all that stuff helps us greatly. I'll talk to you a little later.